All right. Well, okay. I want to do a video here kind of explaining what I've been up to as far as my comic. I know I do a lot of shorts about thumbnails for my comic Rage number 5, and I want to show you some of the process. You know, I have some pages, but they don't really fit in the small little area I have here. But and I don't really want to give away too many pages because I wanted to be surprised. So when it finally comes out, you know, you can see it in all its glory, inked and all ready to go. But that being said, I might show some pages and some panels from the actual pages themselves. So this is what I'm using for my thumbnails. I used to thumbnail, you know, probably 4 different thumbnail pages per page, but since I'm out of time to do that, I'm on a tighter deadline to get it done, you know, by April. I don't know if that's going to happen, but mid-April. This is keeping me on track based on the script that I printed out. I don't have that with me right now. So I printed out a script. It's kind of like a screenplay, and I kind of use that. Sometimes I copy and paste the shots from my phone, and so I break it up at each page. And so this is kind of like the first page I got set up here, the thumbnail for that page. This I ended up making smaller, but I might actually redo the panel more like this, where you get more of a close-up, you know, because I kind of like that. The crystal ball and Rage is battling something, and yeah. And then here, it's a flashback scene. Got a lot of flashbacks in Rage's story, for better or for worse, but they're there. And this I might hold off until the next issue. As kind of an opener. And what I got, it's real loose. Sometimes I really like the immediate looseness of the actual thumbnail panels, and a lot of the times it looks better to me than what ends up being on the page, and I don't know why that is. There's something about the looseness and the immediacy of it all that just adds a lot more personality to it. Someday maybe I'll just do a comic in one of these, you know. But it'd have to be a pretty simple style and nothing too detailed. But yeah. And here we go, some more flashbacks here. This panel ended up looking pretty nice. I like the swirliness and the mist and all that, and it's good. It's got an otherworldly, dreamlike quality to it. And this is a mysterious stranger. I kind of like how this face is as opposed to what I actually came up with. So I might redo this panel if I have time later on. And here you go, some more flashbacks. This is an alternate. So I did an alternate page to the one you just saw. So here's this, and I just kind of replaced that flashback. This flashback was from a short story I did with Rage and a farmer in Ireland called Rage on the Emerald Isle, but no one's really read that. It's such a, I'm not going to have, you know, it's just a thing on Facebook, so hasn't, and on my blog, hasn't really been published on paper or made into a comic. So this is coming from more of the backstory I have in the comic already. Unfortunately, this got cut. I kind of like that Rage kind of thinking about that. I just didn't include that for some reason. Again, I think you take more risks when you're just shooting from the hip and slinging that granite from your intuition a lot more. And turns out he's sleeping And he's having a dream. He wakes up, and then he hears help. You guys are getting a little bit of this. This is kind of spoilers here. And then sees a castle. I cut him out because I want more of a POV. It's my establishing shot. Although it's not too wide, but it's wide enough to be an establishing shot with this castle. And this, as you can see, that's pretty rough. That's pretty cartoony. This cat, like a monstrosity, about to attack him. And Raid shows up, and there's a big fight. I don't want to give away too much of the fight because it is spoilers. Spoilers. I'll give you a few more. Some of these pages, I try to get 5 of these thumbnail pages done in a week and a half. Sometimes I could do it, depending on how my schedule is. He meets this mysterious figure here, his mentor in a way, and there's some talking back and forth. You know, I wanted to have something more going on with this because there's some exposition, but it just wasn't coming to me. So I try to make it interesting here. But there's no getting away from it. There's back and forth talking, and I need some story there. And there's some troops on horses. That looks pretty rough. Some cavalry there, and some transformations going on. It's fun. It's fun. So it's cool because you can see a comic, you know, before you actually draw it. You can kind of tell how it's going to come out. I wish I had enough time to do the whole script first, with thumbnails first, but I kind of wanted to get to it. Because if I just wait till I have all the pages thumbnailed out, really that's probably the wiser way to go. But it takes longer because you're drawing the comic once and you're waiting on drawing the actual boards instead of drawing this, getting ahead of myself, then drawing the boards to kind of keep things moving along to that deadline. Because it would take a lot longer to do the whole script as this comic first and then do the actual bristle boards. So if it was a shorter comic, I would probably do it all this way first. Like definitely the last one, I could have done the whole thing this way first, which I'll probably do for future issues. If they're within, you know, 15, 20 page, that kind of range. But since this is such a big one, this is going to be probably, I don't know, 35, maybe 40 pages, you know, when it's all said and done. Yeah. Right now I'm kind of going over the script. I printed the script out, and I'm going to reread it, kind of go over, make some changes before I start getting too far into it. And, yeah, so it's kind of like a movie director. You know, you storyboard your shots, or you get a shot list going, or both. And that preps you for what you're going to be shooting that day. And then when you're actually on the set, and on the set for a comic artist is the bristle board, and you're putting those pencils down. That's kind of like the actual shooting. You're shooting the shot. And sometimes it feels you have a last minute inspiration, a last minute a eureka moment, and you change something. And like, how about instead of that, he does this, and he's over here instead of over there, you know. And how about I switch these around, which I ended up doing. I put Rage on the right, and that guy on the left there. Yeah, there's a whole fight scene that I changed around here. And so yeah, there's a lot of similarities to film directing and drawing comics. And it's all kind of connected in a way, in a strange way, because it's a visual medium. Even though, you know, films are visual and audio, uses those elements. Comics use audio as well, but it's visual audio. So there's a visual mental aspect to what you would hear. So that's a slightly different thing than hearing it, and there's an art form and sound effects and when to hear them and atmosphere. So, but it's trying to get you to that same place and playing these tricks on your mind. So there you go. I wanted to kind of show you where I'm at. I'm probably a quarter of the way through the comic, not even halfway. I'm supposed to be done by mid-April, and here we are in the beginning of March. So thanks for watching. I know it's been a while since I've done some videos. I've been busy with the comic, and I've been busy doing an audio drama. Maybe I'll put that on this channel. But hopefully, I'll have some interesting stuff. I'll make some little movies or little documentaries as I go. But those can take a little bit of time, so I'll try to keep those really short form. I got some ideas for my next short, and I hope you watch that. But in the meantime, keep on watching, keep on watching movies. And I'm trying to think of a good tagline for this channel. Keep watching movies for now. Keep reading stories. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.